So the Oscars of the architecture world just announced its shortlist, and I've definitely got some thoughts on it. So every year, UK architects crown the best building in the country. It's called the Stirling Prize, and it's named after James Stirling, who is probably one of my favourite architects and a man who spent his entire career rocking the boat. His buildings were loud and risky and divisive and leaked quite a lot. Anyway, the 6 finalists dropped today, and you might think, who cares? It's architects giving another architect a trophy. But for me, the prize really is a sign, the profession saying this is what we think good looks like, and that sign travels outside of our profession. Councils and developers and universities all see it, and it will shape what might get built next. A few years ago, the prize went to this exemplary sustainable council housing project, and suddenly every local authority in the country has got this precedent to point towards. And on paper, this year's list covers a lot. A house, a housing estate, an office block, a theatre and 2 university buildings. But if you look closer, there are patterns. The house is a beautiful, beautiful scheme, but it's a one-off commission for a private client with decent money. The university projects are both for Cambridge colleges, some of the wealthiest and most exclusive institutions in the country. The office block is pretty famous for its decade-long planning war that ended up in this stubby little brother of the Shard, and even the housing estate that, to the untrained eye, looks like a fairly standard brick infill scheme. Geographically, there's nothing north of Cambridge, nothing in Scotland, nothing in Wales, nothing in Northern Ireland. Now, the architecture press are having a bit of a field day over it because these problematic themes appear again and again. The buildings that seem to succeed do so by surviving the system, planning and heritage and institutions without really sticking their neck above the parapet. They show a lot of quality, but not a lot of excitement. And in a time of housing emergencies and climate crises, that's the signal. Don't rock the boat, which for me is a bit of a strange message from a prize named after a man who did nothing but. So if the best architecture in Britain is this polite, I don't necessarily think it's the architect's lack of imagination. I think it is an honest picture of what we are currently willing to build. What do you think?